Hi everyone, welcome back to another shot. And today we are going to talk about oversharing versus healthy sharing. So we know most of the time we tend to share things that we don't know if it's personal, it deserves to be private, or it deserves to be public. So you need to know why are you online, why you want to share something, not just because we want to relieve your emotions, but you need to share as an inspiration. So we are going to start with the definition. So oversharing is all about giving too much personal information to the wrong person or at the wrong time. Sorry, I took all this information from ChatGPT. Then we are moving on to healthy sharing. Healthy sharing is all about sharing personal things, and this can be with trusted people. That is tip number one. Tip number two, at the right time and with limited details. And then there are again 4 signs of oversharing. So if you know that you've overshared, sometimes you tend to end up deleting what you have shared because you have overshared and you had a feeling that your content have reached the wrong audience. So the first sign is you regret after talking or sharing, and then sharing too much or too fast. If you share too much and then you share too fast, that is another sign of oversharing, making others uncomfortable. Sometimes they end up commenting that, oh, what are you posting? This is so weird, don't post that. Because you've heard others, they are uncomfortable with what you said because we all have different opinions, different ideas, different emotions and feelings of what we aspire in our lives. And then the last sign, we are posting private problems online. So you don't need to post private problems. For example, uh, there is no enough food at home, so that is a private problem. So you need to say I've been maybe craving for something nice these days. So that is also something relevant to share. Then now, how to avoid oversharing. So there are 5 precautions on how to avoid oversharing. The first one is pause before speaking. So first, before posting, mainly on WhatsApp, because if you have a smartphone, you obviously have WhatsApp, and that to be sharing with the people that are in your contacts. That is the first app that is most safe. So if you want to avoid oversharing, you need to pause before speaking. Think of what you want to post. Make sure it's not a personal problem. Make sure it's not making you regret afterwards, and make sure you don't post too soon. So you need to pause before sharing. Share in levels. Here you need to share in levels at the right with trusted people. That is level 1 at the right time. Level 2 and with limited details. Level 3. And then choose safe people. You already know if you are on WhatsApp, you are sharing to your status viewers. If you are on Facebook, you are sharing, it's public, you are obviously sharing to everyone. If you are on Instagram, you are still to your stories, you are sharing to people that are your followers, and then to YouTube you also still know that it's public, so you are sharing to everyone that is able to view or watch your videos or YouTube shorts. And then keep some things private. So keeping things private is something that is too personal, or you can share. If it's private, at least you need to talk about it in a safe manner, and then use boundaries. So you need to have boundaries on what you are posting. So you need to know what you need to come up with an idea or a thought. You need to have a fact of what you want to reveal in your life. For example, on YouTube, there is your own thumbnail that you need to put there. And then there you need to write, at least you need to write. Some people used to put their lifestyle, education, motivation, food, cooking, travels. Yes, those are the boundaries that we're talking about. So your boundaries need to make sure that it's where your life is standing. What you are sharing is actually revealing your brand. Because sometimes when people are looking for your profiles, you can check for your profiles on social media. So they'll end up checking your accounts on social media, and then sometimes they will end up not understanding what you are posting. You end up not knowing where your life is standing, so you need to have boundaries. Make sure everything you are revealing is part of your brand, personal and professional brand. And then we are going to privacy secrecy. The relationship between privacy and secrecy is that privacy is all about healthy choice. A healthy choice is if you are having something private, that means you need to make a healthy choice. And then for your secrets, you need to hide everything. So you need to make sure that something this is private, this is secret. So they will need to know the difference between those. That's why I'm saying you need to talk to a trusted person for your privacies and then your secrecies. That is a healthy choice. Privacy and secrecy content lead that to a trusted person, a counselor, social worker, or someone. Because sometimes it's just to relieve frustrations. And then here there are golden rules. Golden rules. So not everyone deserves your story. Share wisely and not widely. And your big takeaway is that in conclusion, healthy sharing, you need to do it at the right time, to the right person, and then the right amount. So that's why you're saying you need to have limited details. That is the right amount. And then oversharing, wrong time, wrong person, too much details. So you don't need to tell everything to be understood. So we come to the end of our short about healthy sharing with oversharing. So always know that your social media accounts matters and they are revealing your personal and professional brand.